Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my usual weekly technical analysis outlook videos in which I will comment on what I think will happen to some FX crosses and equities. As always, before I begin, I want to clarify that this is not a solicitation or recommendation to enter into long or short positions in the names that I will mention in this video, nor do I have existing positions in them. This is not financial advice, and if you're using this content as a guide to trade, you are doing so at your own risk. Alright, let's start. These are the names that I have covered in past videos, and I will do a quick review on each of them. I will also be ceasing coverage on several names as well. Do check them out towards the end of this video. I've put in timestamps, so please use them to skip to the names that interest you. In a video on the 9th of August, I said that Eli Lilly is bearish over here after completing a head and shoulders top, but noted that it should first be higher in the next 1 to 3 weeks to correct this sharp decline. Eli Lilly has undergone 3 weeks of advance. The next upward momentum could bring it slightly higher, but I expect to fail around the 20-week simple moving average and lead it back into a bearish trend. The textbook target of this head and shoulders top is at 453.71. I first covered LVMH in the video on the 7th of July, in which I said that it is technically bullish here after completing a falling wedge. LVMH initially failed to hold within the cloud twice, which is considered to be the correction phase of this bullish pattern, but has since rallied to close above the Ichimoku cloud. I believe LVMH is currently in the bullish resumption phase, and the textbook target of this falling wedge is at 571.8. I last updated Coca-Cola in a video on the 21st of July, and I updated that downside bias has prevailed because Coca-Cola closed below the 20-week simple moving average. Note that the last 3 weeks of price action all ended in rejection at the 20-week simple moving average for Coca-Cola, so clearly there is a lack of upside strength. Coca-Cola still has bearish potential, and a weekly close below the support at 60.62 will complete this double top that has a textbook target at 47.72. There is finally a breakthrough in gold. I covered gold in a video on the 11th of August and noted that it is forming a rectangle pattern, a neutral pattern which requires a breakout or a breakdown to determine its outlook. Gold is now technically bullish after breaking above the resistance at 3,435.63, and the textbook target is at 3,625.59. But because this resistance has rejected gold 4 times over here, there is no way to actually determine if this is a false break. So for now, we can only take it as it is, a break. Therefore, I want to caution that if gold declines massively in the coming days and holds below 3,435.63, then we have to re-examine this and consider the prospects of a false break in gold. On the 9th of August, I highlighted that Aussie Kiwi is in the bullish resumption phase of this cup and handle bottom, a bullish pattern. The textbook target is at 111.88. It has since climbed to a high of 111.24, which is about 76% of its textbook target. I consider this bullish pattern to be a success, but I will not cease coverage on this cross just yet. I expect the next move for Aussie Kiwi to be lower first. We can see that price action has started to diverge from the upper Bollinger, and at the bottom of the chart, the RSI is indicating price momentum divergence, which is usually a sign of pullback. Moving on to 3 names that I will be no longer covering in future videos, starting off with Meituan. I said that it is technically bullish over here after completing a falling wedge in the video on the 28th of July, but after this week's decline below the support trend line, I believe this bullish pattern is invalid. However, I expect the next move for Meituan to be up, because we can see over here price action has overextended below the lower Bollinger, and this usually leads to 1 to 3 days worth of rebound. I will no longer be covering Bank of America in future videos. The double top that I proposed in a video on the 11th of August was eventually invalidated after Bank of America advanced above 42.29 on the 22nd of August. Finally, I will also cease coverage on $CNH because this bullish pattern, following which, has underperformed. $CNH tumbled below the support at 7.1475, risking further downside. Therefore, I will no longer pursue this bullish pattern. But just to note, we can see that price action has also overextended below the lower Bollinger. I suspect the next move for $CNH, at least in the coming 1 to 3 days, should be up. That's the end of my sharing. I will give updates to these crosses and names only when there are meaningful development, and in the next video, it will highly likely be on new crosses and new names. If you like what I'm doing, please help me out by giving me a like, please subscribe and hit the notification button for more videos like this.